So yeah, and it also has different like colors, different. It's got different tones. That's actually way too bright. I'm gonna do it on like that one. We're gonna do it on that one, on that one, on that one. But yeah, so my room looks kind of messy from this angle. I realized, honestly, it's just more cluttered. Like I have a ton of knickknacks and things. And like the back of my door is kind of messy, but it's just got all my scarves. It's got a lot of purses, and my towels. So it is a little cluttered in here right now. A little cluttered in here right now, but that's honestly okay. It just means I have a lot of things that I like, and I don't know what else to do with them because I love them in my room. I'm gonna put this here for a second. It's kind of not okay. Wait, this is going to be a bit more of like a hectic. This is a bit more of a hectic video than normal, but that's okay. We're just gonna hang out. What are these? Here. Some random book. Oh my god, you know what I'll do? This is my pride and joy. I wonder if if I'm putting it further away, I'm gonna turn the gain up. That's actually pretty high. That's pretty high. Sylvia. B L A T H. Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath is my favorite writer. My favorite writer. I've talked about that before. I'm just very obsessed with her work. I'm very obsessed with her work. So I thought maybe we could read a few poems. Maybe that might be a good video. This is really hectic. Like I just wasn't really prepared for anything. I tried to film earlier, and in the middle of filming, this shelter called me at the shelter because I applied to get a dog, and then my parents decided it probably wasn't the best time, so they called them back and said, okay, like we're not able to get the dog, and I was like very devastated. Literally broke my heart. But the shelter decided to call me to tell me that the dog got adopted. So like, why did you have to do that? Like, it just made me so sad. So I cried for literally 3 hours, like hysterically. So I couldn't finish filming that video. But I don't know why they called me. Like they couldn't. They didn't even have to tell me that. It was just kind of mean. It was kind of being mean, but that's okay. It's in the past, like a few hours ago. But anyways. shriek in the sea, and I glitter like fontaine blue, gratified all the ball of water and eye, over whose pool I tenderly lean and see me. I love it. Let's flip to a different page. Here. This poem is from 1957. It doesn't have an exact date, but it is called Words for a Nursery. Rosebud, knot of worms, heir of the first 5 shapers, I open 5 moody crescents, for eyes delight me towards what I can grab. Milk spout, big finger, so many ladders giving a leg up to these limber hooks. I learn, good circus dog that I am, how to move, serve, steer food, index the arrow, thumblehead, blunt helper, my master's fetcher, whipper of itches, no pocket dozer. I shut on the key of this blue-green toy. 5 antlered, branching, touchy antenna. I nose out the lay of thistle and silk, gold bowl and hot plate, old historian. My page, this desert crossed by 3 causeways, leathery, treeless, with 5 whorled land spits. Brown-backed, white-bellied, as I flatfish, I swim the sea of dew. The left my lackey, my backward image, pen-bearer, scrub-nurse, the captain's Batman. By her ear I hold coin, button, trigger, and his love's body. Ill-served he'll be when age manhandles me. A crab to nap on chairmans and tables, 5 wickless candles to wag at the dark, and worse served when death makes off with this rose. 5 worms in a box to feed the thin crows. One thing about Sylvia Plath is her poems are dark. Her writing is usually very dark. The Bell Jar is like my favorite book. It's just very powerful and like, dare I say, relatable. Dare I say. Okay. Let's flip to another page. Okay. This one is called 2 Sisters of Persephone. 2 girls are there. Within the house one sits, the other without. Day long a duet of shade and light plays between these. In her dark wainscoted room, the first lovesick at first fond song, each vain girl's driven to believe beyond heart's flare no fire is, nor is any book proof. Sun hoists all up after lids fall shut, so she wills all to the black king, the worst solven, vies with the best queen over, right to blaze as Satan's wife, host and earth, those million brides shriek out, some burn short, some long, state and bride's coven. Intense. They're all. Let's flip again, flip again, flip again. Some of these are quite long. Let's do this one. It was written the 24th of October, 1962. It's called By Candlelight. This is winter, this is night, small love, a sort of black horsehair, a rough, dumb country stuff, steeled with the sheen of what green stars can make it to our gate. I hold you on my arm. It is very late. The dull bells tongue the hour. The mirror floats us at one candle power. This is the fluid in which we meet each other. This hillowy radiance that seems to breathe and lets our shadows wither, only to blow. Demiurge again, violent giants on the wall. One match scratched makes you real. At first the candle will not blow at all. It snuffs its bud to almost nothing, to a dull blue dud. I hold my breath until you creak to life. Bald hedgehog, small and cross, the yellow knife grows tall. You clutch your bars. My singing makes you roar. I rock you like a boat across the Indian carpet, the cold floor, while the brass man kneels back bent as best he can, hefting his white pillar with the light that keeps the sky at bay. The sack of black, it is everywhere, tight, tight. He is yours, the little brassy, alas, Atlas, poor heirloom, all you have. At his heels a pile of 5 brass cannonballs, no wife, no child, 5 balls, 5 bright brass balls, to juggle with, my love, when the sky falls. Should we do one more? Should we do one more? One more. I just feel like they don't write poetry like this anymore. There's just no poetry like this. Honestly, if you haven't read The Bell Jar, I definitely recommend it. It's loosely, or it's based on parts of Sylvia Plath's life. Sylvia Plath unfortunately passed away in, I want to say it was 1963. So the year after a lot of these poems that I'm reading, which is very sad. Very, very sad. But she kept writing. This is actually one of her last poems before she passed away. I will read it. It's called Edge. It was written February 5th, 1963. Edge. The woman is perfected. Her dead body wears the smile of accomplishment. The illusion of Greek necessity flows in the scroll of her toga. Her bare feet seem to be saying, "We have come so far. It is over." Each dead child coiled, a white serpent, one at each little pitcher of milk, and now empty. She has folded them back into much. She never scrapped any of her poetic efforts. With one or two exceptions, she brought every piece she worked on to some final form acceptable to her, rejecting at the most odd verse, or a false head, or a false tail. Her attitude to her verse was artisan-like. If she couldn't get a table out of the material, she was quite happy to get a chair or even a toy. The end product for her was not so much a successful poem as something that had temporarily exhausted her ingenuity. So this book contains not merely what verse she saved, but after 1956, all that she wrote. And it also just says, beside her photo, Sylvia Plath's books include the poetry collections, The Colossus, Crossing the Water, Winter Trees, Ariel, and the collected poems, which won the Pulitzer Prize, as well as the classic novel The Bell Jar and the Journals of Sylvia Plath. She was married to the poet Ted Hughes and died in 1963. So that is Sylvia Plath. She was so beautiful. Yeah, and this collection of poems won the Pulitzer Prize, which is actually really major. Yeah, it is my most special book. It just means a lot to me. And yeah, this is yours. I had to go read The Bell Jar because it is just a very powerful story. It's a very powerful story. Sorry, this